Hi everyone, I'm coming to you today from my kitchen herb garden, and I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can grow basil either outside while it's warm out or have plenty to bring indoors as the weather cools off in the fall and winter months. Basil is a very easy warm weather herb, loves warm temperatures of 60 on up to about 90 degrees, so you always want to have plenty of basil in your garden. But it does die off with cold, so as the fall approaches and the winter gets here, your basil is going to die. So you want to be prepared and have plenty to grow inside during the winter time. So start now and you're going to be so glad that you did. The first way to grow more basil is by propagating, and there's 2 different ways to do this. You first want to take some cuttings from the basil plants that you already have in your garden. So look for a basil stem that is kind of long, like this one is here. Just snip it off. I'm going to take a couple of stems here. Got some here in the back. And what you want to do is strip the leaves from the lower part of the basil stem. Now what you can do is take your basil cuttings and just place them in a jar of water on your windowsill. You want to make sure they're not in direct sunlight. And then change the water every couple of days so the stems don't rot. You can put a few drops of worm tea in the water if you want to help speed up the rooting process. But you're going to see little roots grow out of the stem within 3 to 5 days. Now let me show you some that I have growing on my windowsill for a couple of weeks. The roots just look absolutely beautiful, and these are ready to plant in a cup with soil. To plant your rooted cuttings, all you need is a little cup of soil. Poke a hole in the middle. And then just simply stick your little rooted cutting down in the soil, kind of tamp it down. And after a week or 2, it'll get established, it'll root up, and you can either plant it in a larger pot inside or plant it outside in your garden. Now, the second way you can propagate basil is just by putting it in a cup with soil, and this couldn't be any easier. So you take your basil cutting, hole in the middle, stick it down in there, cover it up. Within a week or 2, it's going to grow roots and be established for a brand new basil plant. This little plant here, I just stuck a cutting in a cup of soil a couple of weeks ago. It's nice and rooted. If you pull on the cutting and there's a little bit of give to it, like this one is, it means the root system is developing down underneath there and it's ready to plant outside or keep indoors under grow lights. So between the cups with soil and the cuttings in water, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fresh new basil plants. And they all came from this one basil plant right behind me here. The third way to grow more basil, especially if you don't already have existing plants in your garden, is just to plant some more seeds. This little 6-pack here, I just filled with soil, sprinkled a few basil seeds on the surface, covered them lightly, pressed them down, and boom, a month later, I've got 6 new basil plants. Now these 2 here, I actually transplanted into this Calikim 1-gallon smart pots. I'm going to say about 2 weeks ago. You can tell they're already growing beautifully. They've been indoors under grow lights, and I'll probably keep this little plant here in my kitchen to grow over the winter time and have plenty of fresh basil all winter long. And right now it's summertime, it's warm outside, so you can actually start your 6-packs right outside on your porch and they will grow. You don't even need grow lights, or you can start some indoors under grow lights to get them off to a nice quick start. Comment below, let me know which one of these 3 methods you'll be trying, whether it's propagating in water, rooting in a cup with soil, or planting more seeds to grow indoors all winter long. And head over to my seed shop, calikimgardenandhome.com. Check out my seed collections, including the herb garden seed collection and my fabric smart pots. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.